Hi, this is Brent from thirstgym.com, and today we're going to talk about an exercise called the dumbbell squat to overhead press, or what's normally commonly known as the dumbbell thruster. Now, this exercise was really popularized because of CrossFit. However, I do think performing the barbell-based movement poses a lot of issues for those with really bad shoulder mobility, or just force-feeding barbells into hands of people that maybe have not quite earned the right to do so. But I do think it's a great overall exercise for full body conditioning and really maximizing your time in the gym. So this one little subtle tweak by using dumbbells instead of a barbell makes it a much more effective and better exercise in my opinion. So you're gonna need 2 dumbbells, and then you gotta make sure you can squat and overhead press relatively efficiently, and if you can do that, you're gonna be good to go with this exercise. So 2 dumbbells, they're gonna be in like a neutral grip position here by our head. And then the reason I like to call it a dumbbell squat to overhead press, because that's really what it is. We're holding the dumbbells here, we're gonna squat, and then we're gonna overhead press. We're just gonna perform them in one big giant motion. So feet are gonna be a little bit wider than hip width. Find a good comfortable position. We don't wanna be wide. We don't wanna be feet touching each other. Just in a good, a little bit wider hip position. Need to help clients figure out what that is. Give them the dumbbell in the goblet position, teach them how to goblet squat. There you go. So dumbbells here, we're gonna do squat down to around 90 degrees, give or take. Again, if we're with gym pop clients, if it's not exactly 90 degrees, not the end of the world. So don't really get too overly anal about that, but if they can hit 90 degrees, then you want them to do so. We're gonna squat down to that 90 degrees position, and then use our leg drive to press up, okay? So down, up. Okay, now the reason this exercise is great, one, like I said, it's full body, so we're getting the lower body, upper body integration. It's cyclical in some fashion, so it's not like a bike or a rower or something like that. However, it is pretty repetitive. You pick a light enough weight and you go good, slow tempo. Make sure you're not trying to go as fast as you can, but not as slow as you can, just good and steady. You can get your heart rate up really quick. That's why this is seen in a lot of conditioning-based circuits, which I think is what it's great for. Or if you're in a really, really short time crunch, this could be a major exercise you use for the day, paired with like maybe an inverted row or some kind of extra abdominal exercise. And you've got a good quality full body circuit that you can perform in a short amount of time. Now, the big thing here is using your legs to push the dumbbells overhead, okay? You don't want to segment it, so kind of like the way I showed it that first rep, you don't want to just squat. That's what most clients are going to have issues with. They're going to squat here and then try to press. Obviously their legs are going to be considerably stronger than their upper body, so we want to use that to our advantage. We want to use that momentum to help get the dumbbells going overhead, and that's going to let us get more repetitions and continue to go for a longer period amount of time, which again is for conditioning. That's ideally what you want. Now, for the programming sake, again, I really like this for conditioning more so than anything else. The big thing and takeaway home here is make sure you've got your work to rest ratios figured out. So, you know, you can use this in chippers. You can use this where you're going to do 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off, shorten that ratio over time to make it really hard. You can even say, hey, we're going to do 10 reps every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. You know, you've got a lot of programming options to mix things up here. The key thing is going to be, one, making sure you pick the appropriate amount of loads. So if you've got long rest periods, say you're doing something really intense, let's say you're doing it for 10 seconds really hard and 50 seconds of rest, then you're going to want these a little heavier, right? You've got more time to recover. But if, let's say if you're doing 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, you're going to want a lighter load because your active recovery that you're getting is very, very short. The 1-to-1 ratio, which is, you know, much shorter than doing that 10 to 50 or that 1-to-5, right? So make sure you understand that. Then when it comes to that, outside of that, you just really make sure that they're doing everything well. They're able to get all the way overhead. They're squatting well, they're able to continue to go. At no point do you want it to look grindy or like they're really starting to struggle to lock them out. If so, the weights are too heavy or they've really pushed themselves too much too fast for that particular circuit of the day. If you want it to be a main exercise, I totally understand. And again, you get a lot of bang for your buck. I think you're probably going to do anywhere between 8 to 12 reps. It's probably that sweet spot. So anywhere from 8 to 12, 10, somewhere around there. And then again, pair it with a different exercise like an inverted row or a dumbbell row or, you know, what have you. Got something on the backside ideally, considering you're pressing and you're squatting. And then you've got a good quality full body mini circuit that you can implement with personal training clients as well. So that's all I've got for this exercise. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.